The salvage freighter Wayfarer's Hope had been dying for 3 months before Marcus Chen finally accepted it. The life support systems wheezed like an asthmatic grandfather, the gravity plates flickered on and off without warning, and the protein synthesizer had given up entirely 2 weeks ago. He floated through the cargo bay, checking his traps one more time. Wire, snares he'd fashioned to catch the rat-like creatures that had infested the ship somewhere around the Kepler belt. Empty. All of them. Marcus's stomach cramped painfully. He'd lost 20 pounds he couldn't afford to lose, and his reflection in the polished metal bulkhead showed a gaunt scarecrow with hollow eyes. The distress beacon had been broadcasting for 60 days. No one was coming. He was preparing to write his final log entry when the proximity alarm shrieked. The ship that docked with his dying freighter was unlike anything in the human database. Organic curves flowed into mechanical precision, creating something that looked grown rather than built. Marcus grabbed the ancient plasma cutter, his only weapon, and positioned himself at the airlock. The door cycled open with a hiss of equalizing pressure. She had to duck to enter, her body filling the corridor with an imposing presence. 8 feet tall, maybe more, with 4 arms that moved with unsettling coordination. Her exoskeleton shimmered between deep purple and midnight blue, chitinous plates overlapping like ancient samurai armor. 6 eyes arranged in 2 rows regarded him with an intelligence that made his skin prickle. Behind her, a tail as thick as his thigh swayed with serpentine grace. Marcus raised the plasma cutter with shaking hands. "Stay back." The alien tilted her head, a disturbingly human gesture. When she spoke, the words emerged from a translator device on her chest. Her actual voice, a series of clicks and chirps underneath. "You will not survive another week. Your vessel is failing. Your body is failing. I'll take my chances." The plasma cutter hummed in his grip. "I am Kreshvara of the Velkari remnant, the last of my warrior clan." She lowered herself, bringing her face closer to his level, and Marcus saw something in those multiple eyes. Loneliness. "I need a mate, and you need strong offspring." Marcus laughed, a brittle sound that echoed in the corridor. "That's your opening line? Lady, I need food and a functioning ship, not whatever you're offering. You need both." Kreshvara's upper arms gestured to encompass the dying freighter. "Your species is resilient, adaptable. These qualities have reached across the stars despite your primitive technology. My species is strong, ancient, but we are dying." She paused, her translator clicking. "The plague took my people, took my mate, took my children. Only 67 Velkari remain in the known galaxy." Marcus lowered the plasma cutter slightly. "And you think, what? Cross-species breeding? The Velkari have compatible DNA structures with 17 other species. Your Earth scientists have not yet discovered this, but humans are among them." She reached into a pouch at her side with her lower right arm, producing a data chip. "Here, biological compatibility analysis. Gene therapy protocols. Medical research spanning 3,000 years. He didn't take it. Why me? Because you are here. Because you are dying alone in the dark, and so am I." Kreshvara's tail coiled around herself. "Because I have watched your species for 2 years. You fight when you should surrender. You laugh when you should despair. You build when others would simply survive." Her translator emitted a sound that might have been a sigh. "You are infuriating and impossible, and the galaxy needs more of that. My children need that." Marcus felt the weight of those words. He thought about Earth billions of miles away, about the colonies that struggled to survive, about humanity's desperate expansion into a universe that seemed determined to kill them at every turn. What do you get out of this? Survival, legacy, a chance to see my people continue beyond my lifetime. Kreshvara straightened to her full height. And perhaps companionship. The Velkari do not take mates lightly, human. It is a bond that lasts until death. You don't even know my name. Then tell me. Marcus. Marcus Chen. Marcus Chen. The way her translator processed his name made it sound like music. "Will you hear my proposal fully? I will provide food, medical care, and safe passage to any destination you choose. In return, I ask only that you consider what I offer. No obligation beyond listening." His stomach chose that moment to cramp again so violently he doubled over. When he looked up, Kreshvara was already moving, pulling sealed containers from her equipment harness. The smell of real food, protein, carbohydrates, something his starving body recognized, made him dizzy. "Eat first," she said. "Decide after." Marcus ate. 3 days later, properly fed and thinking clearly for the first time in weeks, he sat in Kreshevara's ship and reviewed the data. The gene therapy was real. The compatibility was legitimate. The Velkari genetic material would blend with human DNA, creating hybrid offspring with the adaptability of humanity and the physical prowess of her species. Your children would be formidable, he said quietly. Our children, Kreshvara corrected. She sat across from him, her massive frame somehow managing to look vulnerable. If you agree, Marcus thought about dying alone in the dark, about humanity's struggle to survive among the stars, about a widowed alien who could have taken what she wanted by force but instead asked, offering partnership instead of domination. I have conditions, he said, speak them. Any children we have get to know human culture, Earth culture. They get to choose who they are. Agreed. And I'm not your prisoner, not your property. If this is going to work, partners, Kreshevara interrupted. The Velkari do not dominate their mates, Marcus Chen. We stand beside them. We fight beside them. We build beside them. Her 6 eyes focused on him with an intensity that was almost physical. I do not need a servant. I need an equal who complements my weaknesses with his strengths. Marcus extended his hand, that ancient human gesture of agreement. Kreshevara studied it for a moment, then wrapped her upper right hand around his, careful of her strength. Then I guess we're doing this, he said. We are doing this, she confirmed. As their ships linked and jumped to hyperspace, Marcus Chen smiled for the first time in months. Humanity had reached the stars through stubborn determination and impossible optimism. Now that genetic legacy would spread further than anyone had imagined, not through conquest, but through the most human thing of all, connection. And somehow, against all logic and probability, it felt right.